Hello everyone and welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today we are doing a what advice do you need to hear right now? So today we have 5 decks to choose from. You can choose 1, the rock, 2, the clear quartz, 3, the green stone, 4, and 5, the black stone. Okay, so if you need to pause the video, you can do so now. Whichever number you hear in your head or whichever object you're drawn to, I suggest you pick that one. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so group 1. Okay, so let me take a moment to take this in. So I think that right now you're sort of in a bit of a struggle. And I think the advice you need to hear right now is to just release it. Keep going, stay strong, just roll with the punches, with the flow, but stay in alignment with your higher self and your path, and everything will be okay and lead to happiness and celebration. Your higher self and your guides want you to stop worrying so much and stop putting all this on yourself. Like you're burdening yourself with all of this this mindset that you're going through right now. Like you're like, I can't do it. I don't know how much more I can keep doing this. But the advice you need to hear right now is you can get through it, and you will. And right now it seems like a bit of a tough time, but that's only to learn a lesson. So you're going through, everybody goes through hard times in order to learn lessons and progress as an individual. So I think that's what you're going through right now, and the advice right now is to just stay strong and keep going on your path. Don't let anyone deter you, and don't let these burdens and responsibilities weigh you down. Just accept them and know that you have some stuff to do and work through, but know that you will be okay getting on the other end of that. And on the other end of that, when you get through, there is happiness for you. So just keep in mind, advice for you, this is temporary. This is not what it will be like forever. You're just learning a lesson. And so we have a few oracle cards. You received Nurture All You Love, along with, well, actually first I'm going to read this from the book. Nurture all you love. Take the time to nurture the things you care about so that they may flourish and grow. Your hopes, your dreams, your body, your mind, your spirit, your creations, and your relationships. All that is you needs to be cherished, loved, honored, and respected. Without care and attention, these aspects of self can fall into a state of neglect that does not only harm both to you and the world around you. Sorry, that was weird. Nurture them. They will bring you peace and fulfillment. So during this hard time, just make sure to give yourself a lot of self-love to get through. Pamper yourself, treat yourself, tell yourself you love yourself every day. And you also received Mawu, Mother Earth, probably mispronouncing it. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. So maybe that is that burden that you feel where you're taking this all on yourself, and you think it's your sole responsibility, but there is help out there, and all you have to do is ask, and there are other people who have the same path as you, and when you come together and work with them, it'll be a load off your shoulders. And you also received 12, change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. So just accept change when it comes, and just don't look to the past and what's bothering you and burdening you. Just keep a mindset of strength and love in your heart, and go forward with that always, and then this will always bring you happiness. So these struggles right now, temporary. Do not forget that they are temporary, and this is not a forever state. There is change coming, and that is happiness and celebration. So I hope that reading resonated with you. Thank you for tuning in, and much love. Okay, hello group number 2. We're going to find out what your advice that you need to hear right now is. Okay. So I think you need to know, you might feel a little bit like left out in the open to all the elements and harm, but you need to know that you are protected by your higher self, your guides, your angels, and whatnot, whatever you believe in. And they want you to know that you're protected and to keep going. Keep going the direction you're going in. It's going to take a lot of work, but you're strong enough to do it and to hang in there. And you are a leader, and to always stand your ground, and you know which direction and ideas and life goals that you want to pursue, and they want to tell you to keep doing that, and don't let other people deter you from that. So your advice is to keep going. Have endurance, patience, and love, and know that you are protected during this journey, and you are on the right path. And so we have a few oracle cards for you. We have Wash Away Your Burdens. And I'm going to go ahead and read that to you. As you have moved through life, you have undoubtedly experienced moments that have inspired feelings of regret, remorse, shame, and guilt. You have made promises you have not been able to keep. You have judged and blamed yourself and others. You have burdened yourself with feelings born of acts that cannot be undone, which still bind you to the past. It is time to forgive. It is time to lie down in the healing waters and let them wash away your burdens so you can move forward with spirit cleansed. So just let go of anything that you've done in the past, because when you hold on to those negativities, negative ideas, negative thoughts, negative feelings, you attract that back into your life, and that's going to keep showing back up and cycling until you get through those and just release them. So release them to the earth as if they're no longer yours. Just acknowledge them and release, and continue on your path, because you have somewhere to be and something to do that your guides want you to accomplish. And you received Arakura blossoming. You are just getting started, so have patience with yourself and the process, and do not give up. Do not give up. Didn't I say that earlier? So your advice is definitely do not give up. And also 35, perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real, and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. So just know that those negative thoughts, they're not real, they're not you, they don't make you, they're not who you are. So just release them. You are love and light, we all are. And all the negativity, that's not us. So just accept that and release. And keep going. Okay, group number 2. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope that resonated. Much love. Okay, hello group 3. We're going to find out what advice you need to hear right now. Okay, I'm going to take a moment. So I think your advice is you really need to find balance in your life. You might be a little bit wonky right now, a little bit wobbly. Things are like a roller coaster going up and down and up and down. And I think your advice is to find balance and sort of go with the flow and find your flow, and release things that are making you go up and down, because those things are throwing you off your path and they're imbalancing you. So like partying popped into my mind. I don't know if you've been like partying a lot lately, or like consuming a lot of alcohol or other substances, but that's gonna throw you out of whack, because you drink and then you feel good when you're doing it, and you're like, yeah, party, and then the next day you feel like crap. And you're just like stuck in bed or throwing up or just being like a lump on the couch, and you're not pursuing what you need to be doing. So I think what's gonna help you is creativity. I think your advice now is to start something creative. It can be as little as a sketch a day for like 5 minutes, or painting, or journaling, or writing poems, or making jewelry. Just something that really attracts you and really gets your attention. And I want you to focus on that right now, and that's going to help you find balance, because that's going to open up your heart chakra, and it's going to attract love, because you're pouring your love into these projects, and that's going to create energy, positive energy, and sort of put you in balance. and it's going to start sending you on the right path, and you're going to start seeing that things are going to be working out. But I think your advice is to really find balance, and that I think might be through creativity. Also music, plays, anything creative. And so you received Trust in Magic, and I'm going to read you this from the book. That's the wrong book. Magic is the mysterious and coincidental. It is at the heart of those moments of synchronicity and knowing. It is woven into the awareness, and there is more to life than what you can see. It is born of that moment when you step without fear and with loving heart into the void. Voice your desires and have Great Spirit send his messengers to show you the way. Trust in magic. It is real and it surrounds you. So you can even ask your guides and higher self to send you messages and guidance in the right direction if you're feeling a little lost. And you also received Ishtar, boundaries. Love yourself enough to say no to others, demands on your time and energy. So this might be that, like, those distractions. Maybe there's a particular person or a group of friends or something that's not particularly serving your higher purpose, and they're sort of dragging you along this other path that you can feel deep down, you know it's not where you're supposed to be, but you just can't say no to them because they're your friends. Sorry, my dog is barking. And so that's another piece of advice, is to put up those boundaries and learn to say no to things you don't want to do, because you don't have to say yes to everything. If it doesn't fit or feel right to you, or you just don't want to do it, it's 100% okay to just say no. And you also received 29, healing. The frequency of healing supports our intrinsic ability to restore our health and wholeness by consciously using the information that comes to us through our senses and harmonizing everything accordingly. So I think you definitely need to start doing some inner healing in order to balance yourself, because that's how healing works. It balances yourself. Maybe you can go and do some energy healing, some Reiki sessions, or any other energy healing, or just even meditation that really helps to balance everything out. And I love meditating. You can even start off with 3 to 5 minutes a day. It just really, really helps to balance your mind and your body. And exercise as well is really, really good. So I hope that message resonated with you. Thank you for tuning in, and much love. Okay, we're on to group number 4 to hear what advice you need to hear right now. Okay, so I feel like you have been trying to manifest stuff, and you've been trying to do this maybe for a while, but you have this frustration because it's not happening soon enough. So your advice right now is to keep doing that, but also make sure that you are trying to manifest things out of a place of love, like, and not materialistic things, like, oh, I want to manifest like $1 million so I can go and buy myself all this stuff. So that isn't really coming from a place of love. It's coming from a place of want, basically. So I think you're kind of frustrated because you really want these things and you want them to happen now. But I think your advice is to really go inward and think about well, why do I want to manifest these things? And once you start discovering what path you really want to go down and what life you really want, and emotional states and health you want, you can start manifesting those things. And those things will come, I feel, a little bit more easy for you because they're coming from a place of love and not a place of want. And I feel like our wants, like materialistic wants, come from a place of lack mentality. Like, I want this and I want it now, because what if I don't ever get it? So that's living in the lack. So I think maybe you need to try living more in the, I'm blanking on what it's called right now. Sorry. But start living in the mind. I'm sorry, there's so many distractions going on. And maybe this is what's happening in your life, and maybe this is why you can't, or having trouble manifesting. So really try and quiet those, because you're going through this transitionary period to where you are on a, I think, a more spiritual path, and you're trying to attract abundance to yourself, but you are having these frustrations because they're not happening. They're not happening soon enough. And I think you have to come from a place of love always, and really, really look inward, and that will help your manifestations come true. Maybe try meditating. And once you do that, also know that manifestations do take a while. So it's not an instant fix. And I think that a group of people, oh sorry, that sounds weird, but some people do think it's going to come quickly, but it doesn't. They see other people getting their manifestations, and they think, oh, why are they getting theirs and I'm not getting mine? But they've probably been working on that for a while. And so maybe try making also a mood board to become more clear. A great tarot reader that I follow, Rainbow Harmony, here on YouTube, she suggests a great suggestion, making a vision board on Pinterest. So you can just pin all types of things you'd like, or places you'd like to go, or places you'd like to see, or just things you want to manifest into your life. And I think maybe you want to try doing that as well. I hope that made sense. I feel like it was all very jumbled. And so I'm going to show you your cards, your oracle cards, and you got show that you care. And I'm going to read this for you. Do not distance yourself from life and those around you. Reach out. Ask for help or support if you have need, or if someone within your circle is in need of care and support, then give it without hesitation or question. A trouble shared is a burden halved. Now is not the time to withdraw and be alone, nor is it time to leave another in need. Be aware, be caring, be compassionate, reach out, and be a friend, and allow others to be a friend to you. And you also received Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. So again, that goes along with your manifestation. They have heard and they are coming. Even you can manifest materialistic things, but I think you might be concentrating solely on materialistic things. So I want you to try focusing on other manifestations as well. Maybe try something a little smaller, and you can test that out and know and expect that they are coming. but just have patience. And you got 4, heart chakra. The frequency of the heart chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So like I was saying, more heart-based. I think your advice is to come from the heart more, and to also be patient with your manifestations, because they are coming. So I hope that reading resonated with you. Thank you for tuning in, and much love. Gotta get a drink of water. Okay, and group 5. We are here to find out what advice you need to hear right now. I think they want you to, or your advice is to take that leap of faith. I think you're kind of a little afraid to pursue this. Maybe it might be a business, but you've been working hard and coming up with a lot of ideas, but you're still sort of scared. I think maybe you're a little bit more of a spiritual person, and you're afraid of putting yourself into a consumerist society, because you are a healer, and I think you're kind of afraid to ask for money for your services. But your advice is that it is okay. This is the society that we live in, and it is okay to pursue and exchange your gifts and talents for money, because we do need that to survive currently right now in this state. And I think your advice is to not be afraid and know your value. And you are valuable, and what you do is valuable. And so the exchange is money. And do not sell yourself short because you feel like, oh no, I should just be doing this for free because I want to like love everyone and help everyone, but that's going to take a toll on you. So you really need to put your self-worth, know that you're worth what you're putting in and giving to other people, and know that you can put a price tag on that, and it is okay. I think that's what your advice is. Do not be afraid to put a price on your services, because you need that and you deserve that. And so just don't be afraid, and put all those mindsets behind you, like the wanting to help everyone and give out all of your services for free, because some people take advantage of that, and some people who are not as at a higher vibration, because they're living in the lack mentality, and they will take your services for granted. And people are willing to pay for services that they adore and find a connection to, because they will find that connection with you and they want to repay you. So don't be afraid to ask for and to pursue your dreams and ask for payment, because you deserve it. And so you received 8, Embrace Spirit. These are your oracle cards. I'm going to read that. Okay, sorry, I didn't want it to cut off. Okay. 8, Embrace Spirit. You are a spiritual being living a physical life. Embrace spirit in your journey and reaffirm your connection with the divine. Fly to the heavens, but remember to look down and see that the divine exists in the magical natural world beneath you. Spirit dwells within all, in everything you see and know, and everything that you do not see and which is unknown. Both the creative and the destructive, the beautiful and the ugly, are born of the divine. So even money. And we got sorry. Stop. I'm sorry, I can't say it. My tongue is burnt from miso soup. So it says, the arts. Express yourself through creative activities. And so maybe it is these creative activities that you want to pursue as your own, as an entrepreneur, and you're afraid to ask for money in return, but know that you deserve that. And you received Earth. 24. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal spiritual aspects of our nature. So I think this might also be a confirmation that the Earth wants you to thrive, and you can thrive pursuing this dream, and it is okay to thrive. It's your birthright. Okay, so I hope that reading resonated with you. Thank you for tuning in, and much love. Goodbye.